There's no way T.O. gets this in Tennessee, Chattanooga. It's impossible. It's impossible to get this in Tennessee, Chattanooga. It's impossible for T.O. to feel what that feels like what we will feel tonight when these guys are walking through a gauntlet of all the guys that you've admired all of your life and looked at all of your life and wanted to mimic all of your life. You're walking through a gauntlet of all of those guys as they welcome you in to this unique fraternity and family. You can't get this in Tennessee, Chattanooga. You cannot get it. We spoke about him in the room.
You did.
Yes, we spoke about him. I spoke about him, and I said, there were some mixed emotions in the room because guys are worried about this becoming or someone I'm setting a precedent for people to now all of a sudden desire, I'm going to celebrate it over here, and I'm going to celebrate it over there, and I want to celebrate my induction over there. And we had some mixed feelings about it in the room. People spoke pretty strongly because they felt that this was a knock towards them. Not showing up, not being here, and disrespecting.
Returning Hall of Famers, taking it personally that T.O. is not here.
You take it personally. Yes, and I understand that. I understand that because I made a commitment to all of those guys in that room, and a lot of us do every time we step up that we will be here every year. That God gives us good health to show up here because that's what we owe these guys. And going back and forth with this T.O. thing here the last few weeks, I get a lot of people on my social media, and I'm
including Terrell Owens himself,
and T.O. And I'm going to be honest here, and I get a lot of my people, Rich, African Americans, saying, "Well, T.O. don't know anybody, anything, and all of this, and he can do this." And I'm like, stop saying that. That's not true. You do owe people stuff. You owe your parents something. You owe your mother something. She bore you for 9 months. You owed her something. You owed her something. As an African American, we owe Martin Luther King something. We owe him something for the sacrifices they have made. We owe him something. As a football player, I'm the 15th of 17 kids. The 15th of 17 kids growing up in a damn ghetto of Fort Lauderdale. I owe the guys that came before me, I owe them something because they gave me an opportunity to play a game and make a living and pull my family up out of a hellhole. I owe them something. I can't. That's just wrong. That makes me raw to hear my people say that we don't owe anybody anything. Yes, the hell we do, and yes, the hell he do. And I wish he was here to get what he has earned in that room. And I hurt for him that he's not here to get what he has earned in that room. But we said this, and I spoke this. I said, I don't care what it is. Whenever he does walk in this room, he's family. And it's the thing that separates teams and organizations from family is if you're on a team or an organization, when things go bad, people start pointing fingers. But when things aren't right in family, everybody comes together. And whenever he walks in that room, we will hug him. And we will be together and be complete.
Well, I mean, it takes two to make a hug, and I think he wants to be in that room, though. I think he really does.
Yeah, and I hope he shows up next year.
He really does, though. He wants to be in this room, and he wants to feel that love from all of these people. I just think he could not be brought to look at some of the people in the room that he thought he should have been in before, including maybe even, sooner.
But that's one of the things we talk
including
about.
some in the class.
But that's one of the things we talk about. And we had a funny moment in there because, we all talk about this team is forever, and we don't measure in this room. Well, who's greater than who, and who's this and who's that, who's the greatest, and all of these things. We're all on equal ground in this room because we all have a gold jacket. And nobody, I've never ever, I swear to you, it's on my mother and father's grave and all of life, I've never ever heard one Hall of Famer to another say, well, I was a first ballot and you weren't. You were not. We never in my 11 years in that room, I've never heard it. Because once you're in, you're in. Nobody talks about all of those things. And when I spoke, I said my thing that I hate most for T.O. is he's allowed a temporary pain to overshadow this permanent thing. Because this is permanent. Hall of Fame moment is permanent. If he gives a speech in Tennessee, Chattanooga, it may live today, it may live a year. but it won't live forever. It won't live forever. When you give a speech here, it will live forever. And it's important to live forever because when he's dead and gone, his great-great-great-great-great-grandkids will be able to see it. His great-great-grandkids will see his moments, see his bust, see his jacket, and say, man, what's in him is in me, and I can do great things. And that's what it's all about. It's about him inspiring them. Don't be so caught up on the fight between these reporters or writers that you miss the fight for your generation, for generations to come, and your family, and what I call generational blessings.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.